We're going to be doing some work on planes. Planes are surfaces that turn away and toward light. For instance, the face is made up of many planes. This is a photograph of a plaster cast of a famous sculpture, Venus, and this sculpture has been chiseled so that the planes on the face are more obvious. The human face doesn't have such sharp edges. It's more rounded, but this is a plaster cast that helps artists to see where those plane breaks are. For instance, right in the front here is what we call a forward-facing plane, and it's lighter than this area, which is the side of the face, which is away from the light, and a side plane. The forehead is even lighter because it comes forward more, the cheeks being behind the brow line, and so this plane is even lighter. And the forehead is a curve, so it's really made up of a series of planes. Of course, if you were drawing a very representative face, you wouldn't put these breaks in, but you would need to see them. I have an exercise that helps us to see these planes. I've taken this Venus image and broken her down into colors instead of shades. And we are going to reproduce those shades in graphite, regular pencil here. And we're going to do this on a tissue overlay. And we're going to work with just 3 values. In an earlier lesson, we did some work with learning how to make various values. My board here is far away from where I'm sitting, so it's a little awkward. There we go. Where we had filled in a light tone, and then we filled in a darker tone. We did a little more carefully than this, of course, and then an even darker tone by pressing harder with the pencil and covering over it. So that's what we will be doing here. This will be the lightest tone, this will be a little bit darker, and this will be the darkest. So everywhere we see purple on this image, for instance right here, is going to be the darkest pencil tone. Wherever we see the blue is going to be the lightest pencil tone. And wherever we see the pink is going to be something in between. And we're going to cover right over these areas, no lines, no outlining. So here is a blue area. And so I've already done some of this, as you can see. The blue area I'm going to cover very lightly. And it's okay if you go outside the lines a little bit. It would be better, outside the area, be better than drawing lines, because what we'll see is that just showing plane breaks and tone differences is what gives things volume. I'll show you in a real life. Here we have an ironstone pitcher, and it's also chiseled. So instead of having smooth transitions as it goes around, it has these wonderful shapes, but we can see where the light, I have a window over here where the light is hitting that area. It's very light. Then this is a different plane. This is a plane facing this way, this is a plane facing this way, and this is further away from the light. Then this, which is another plane, is really hidden from the light because it's tucked away back there, and it's darker. And it's those plane definitions and plane breaks is what we call them, that gives an object its sense of volume. So back to the Venus here. In the areas that are pink, I'm going to color those just a little bit darker than the blue. And this will be a mid-tone, which will be all the areas that are pink are planes that are facing in the same direction as the pink. And then up here we have a purple. You'll be able to see this better. We're going to actually do this in class. And the purple is the darkest value. So I'm really pressing hard, and I'm going to do my cross-hatching magic here and go in opposite directions so that I can really get a distinction between the purple, the pink, and the blue. And you can see that I don't want to give away that when we're finished with this, it will be interesting to see what it looks like without the image underneath, but I'm going to save that surprise till later. Some of you have already done this, but never hurts to try again, because I find I always find or see something new when I try these things. Anyway, here we have the lightest tone. Here we have the pink, which is the mid-tone, and then down here in the nose we have a darker. Actually, that's not dark enough, so I'm going to deepen that, which is what you may find you have to do as you work. It's all kind of relative, so this purple wants to be very, very dark so that I have a nice distinction between the blue areas, the pink areas, and the dark areas.